Hello,
Nice,
everybody. Uh,
that's nice spelling of Renaissance.
hello, everybody. I'm
Uh,
Seprix, and this is Marcus, and
yeah,
uh,
Marcuson.
and we are going to be commentating the semifinal match in the Dominion Shuffle It tournament for 2018, Limetime versus jfrisch. Limetime is represented in green, and jfrisch is represented in gold. I'm gonna say that for no reason, even though there's
Yeah.
clearly words there. Um, so hopefully we're gonna get Renaissance, but it looks like we're not going to based on chat. Um,
Well, use expansions, everything but Renaissance.
yep, looks like we're not gonna get Renaissance matches today, which is too bad.
Still hear me? You can still hear me okay?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
I did server mute for all the Discord channels. I mean, I have headphones, so you should really hear, but it's going to be obnoxious to hearing all the pings.
Well, what you could just do is set your account to do not disturb. Just set it to red, and you'll get no pings from anywhere.
I could do that.
It'd show
How
up,
does
but
that
like,
work?
you go to your account, and
Notifications.
where it has the green button, it has like a green circle indicating you're online. It's on the
Oh,
lower bottom half. You
really?
can just click that, and you can set your account to offline away,
Oh
or
yeah,
it's
that.
like Skype.
So that's. I thought that was just for other people to see. You will not receive any desktop notifications. Okay.
Yeah, the other ones are like just for visibility or like tricking people. Like if you don't want to talk to somebody and be like, "All right, good night," and then you're playing games for an hour, you can do that.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
you can anyway.
I
Um,
mean, usually when it's like that for me, it's like um, I say I stop playing, but then I like on Discord for another 2 hours.
yeah,
Okay, so they started the game, so jfrisch just starting.
yeah, and we got a sort
Oh,
of
can you go over the match? We go over the match structure.
match structure. Okay. I believe it's the first to 3.5 wins, alternating starts. Ties are 0.5, and that's if the second player ties. Otherwise, it's a win for whoever the second player is. If the first player ties, um,
I think if it goes to a seventh game, it's
yeah. If it's a seventh
highest
game,
you go for the second player.
if it goes to the seventh game, I believe it's a randomized start, and then the second player wins if there's a tie. So there's no way you can get past 7 games. So there's no like Magnus Carlsen chess draws going on. There's gonna be a
I understand.
yeah.
But okay. So this game is interesting.
It could be more interesting, but yeah, it's interesting.
Well, the thing is, like, I'm seeing spice. Like, you could do something with like treasure trove, or you could do a herald thing.
Um,
But they're just going. I think at least jfrisch is. Well, they both have spice merchants, so they're just both trying to get thin.
yes,
Want to get thin, and then maybe either pivot into herald or they'll pivot into treasure trove.
I think
And
pivoting into treasure trove is a mistake. I think you want to build
oh,
more.
there's replace. There's replace.
Yeah, there's replace. Like, I don't think there's a reason to just go into treasure trove. Instead, you can just use courtier and
Oh, I was yeah.
you might use treasure trove anyway, but I think using replace to hand out curses and gain provinces is way more efficient. So you probably want to use heralds as well.
Like, there's the other thing you could do is you could set up the draw engine and then go grave robbers.
I don't like that as much, but you can use grave
It does.
robbers to regain your golds. But like, I don't think you want to kill
Yeah,
your replace, so I don't think it's too great.
it's something you can do.
And it's just easier to gain golds off a courtier or treasure trove. I don't know if grave robber will see any use other
What
than
is
like
the what's the best type for courtier?
well, I don't think you're.
You get up to 2.
I don't think you're doing better than 2 here, but that's fine because you're going
Doing
to be
better
playing
than
with a
2.
bunch of heralds. So
Thing is, with the spice merchants, the treasure troves might like work out.
yeah, I think I'm leaning towards treasure trove with jfrisch's deck. because it's so thin.
Yeah.
But it will get out of control pretty quick, and I think, if you're not careful. Like, jfrisch here, I think, has over-trashed. And I think he could have fixed it if he had gotten a treasure trove there, but he did get the replace instead.
Treasure trove.
Yeah.
Not sure what he's doing there with the. I think he might be replace.
In fact, you could have gained a courtier as well, because what you can do is if you you can do like buy and you can do coins and gold at the same time with your reveal, and if you have actions, that would work out a little better. But
that's.
I think treasure trove is just easier though. But
well, with heralds, hitting courtier could give you an action.
Yeah.
Like, so you can play the gold +3, but the treasure trove is already +2 and then gold gaining. But then you can't. The thing with treasure trove is you can't get the gold at the same turn, so it's slightly slower. But you have to have a perfect deck to get the courtier thing running.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Limetime's deck is much thicker. I don't know what happened, but
I know he got a curse.
He did get a curse, but
He did get a curse somehow.
But he's like
To replace
so many cards less than. It's kind of insane. So this last card here is definitely a replace. Yep.
Yeah.
Probably I'm tucking the Spice Merchant. Huh? Oh, he's gonna kill the Spice Merchant. Okay. Yeah, that's reasonable.
He gets the courtier. Yeah,
that's actually good. That's actually good. They're playing a little fast. I like to take my time with my thinking. But yeah, I think that's the best play.
It's hard for me to focus on Limetime because he's at the top of the screen.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe one of us should take the top and the other takes the bottom.
I can do both. It's just Limetime is a little obstructed. That is true.
Well, the heralds aren't able to activate. Is the thing.
Yeah, that'll be a problem with jfrisch's deck.
So you can do gain the
Limetime's deck. His Limetime's Spice Merchant must have missed, which would explain why he is.
Had a Spice Merchant last turn.
Like his Spice Merchant missed when he opened it.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. Now.
I'm having a weird thing where. Log was okay. So there's 2 Spice Merchants trashed.
Yeah, that.
So
believe
Limetime
both of them. He has got both.
Limetime has the treasure trove, and it's not matter because like treasure trove, you really need to have a thin deck. Fridge last turn.
Yeah, so Limetime's definitely in less control of his deck, but I don't think it necessarily means he's out of it. I mean, you can always have these nice chunky decks with a lot of golds. It can work out. It's just I don't know.
It just seems unlikely because of the control with replaced gold.
Yeah.
jfrisch has native village now, so he won't be stuck with the his courtiers.
Right.
Do like +3, gain a gold, draw the gold, replace the gold, and then still buy 5 or 6.
I expect jfrisch to do coins gold here, replace the estate into a herald, and just buy a second
the estate
courtier.
with herald.
Yeah.
Top deck the herald. It's a good play.
Yes. Ooh, province already? I think that's a bit early, but I think you could build a little bit more. But I think it's fine. I mean,
but
it's not like Limetime can do anything
Think
about
of it from his perspective, though. Limetime has also replaces end money, and maybe he's worried about falling behind in the province race, and just thinking that just cursing as soon as possible is going to be the better play. He already has like more stuff.
I would be worried about this a little bit because Limetime is just going to be incentivized to curse jfrisch back immediately and gum up the works. I mean, Limetime could have done that anyway, but like the only reasonable way Limetime's was gonna do it before is kill a copper for a state, but now he can kill curses for estates, and it's more incentivized for Limetime to do that, and it may mess jfrisch up because he kind of underbuilt a little bit, but we'll see what happens.
Underbuilt, but there's a good synergy with Herald and Native Village. He already set aside a province.
Yeah, I mean, I still think jfrisch is gonna win, but I don't. I think he could
Yeah,
have
so you
built
see,
a little bit
with a hand
more.
like this, we're seeing now like what happened with the early greening.
Yeah, like I still
But
think
not
jfrisch will
as
win, but it's less
even if
clean.
Jfrisch on a really thin deck, there's still the risk of cursing. Limetime would still be able to curse, and he would have to curse in order to like have a chance of winning.
All right. I would have
So he's
thought
playing
about
the
playing Haven first to potentially tuck the Herald for
well.
your next turn.
He revealed it.
Oh, I
Revealed
don't
it.
like that at all. I would have. I
You do
think.
it?
I think I would have killed the province for province. To be honest, if
The
you're gonna
province in his
rush,
hand?
if you're gonna
He set
rush
it
the
aside with Haven. He can do that next turn. He can do that next turn. He set it aside with Haven.
yeah, but if you're gonna rush the provinces, you rush the provinces, right?
Right.
I don't know.
That's the thing. If the estates run out, the curses also run out. Right, and then there's the Havens, and then you just like finish off.
Okay, so jfrisch can actually drain 2 provinces right now, potentially more.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I would have played the Herald first. Not that it really matters, but alright, so here I would tuck Curse, kill 2 provinces by province easily.
Sounds like a good play. Yeah.
That's 3 provinces, 2 curses.
Like you build the two provinces with provinces and buy the
What?
province.
Did he tuck the what? Ah, I don't agree with that. I totally would have milled 2 provinces and bought one. That's a play I don't
Here's
agree
the
with.
thing. Is reasonable. No, but there's some logic to it because if you're delaying, actually no, it's a free action, right? Because you're not by milling a province for a province.
I don't know if there's a logic to it at all. I think if you're jfrisch, you want to end the game, and you have the means to do so.
I was thinking you want the like end game control or something. Like you want to have more choice. Like you want to do it when you have more choice.
Maybe, but I don't know what beats draining 3 provinces with like a 2 province lead already.
That had some options. That was still an interesting game because there were a few options you could do.
Yeah.
But it seemed like the courtier thing was just better than the treasure trove thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the moral of that game was much more don't miss your spice merchant.
Buy a second spice merchant. I don't
Yeah.
know. That was. Oh, doctors. Yeah.
If I recall correctly, jfrisch I think was able to. We weren't following the game early on because we were explaining the rules, but I think jfrisch, if he was able to use his replace turn 3, kill an estate and top deck a spice merchant, he just has all the tempo in the world.
I know he had gotten 3 spice merchants, and he trashed 2 spice merchants with replace.
Apparently, I'm cutting out a little bit. If I'm cutting out, it's just Discord. It will be fine with the native recording. So, but I'll try and speak a little closer to the mic.
As long as you could hear me, as long as I'm not.
Right. So.
We've seen.
So Marauder. Okay.
Opened the Doctor for 4.
Yeah.
Which normally I'd like, but Marauder, it's gonna be hard to trash curses.
Yeah, I think your best bet with Doctor is to probably do the overpay stuff and track and know when all your junk is coming up.
Oh, and there's shelters. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. jfrisch, what did he buy? He bought Doctor and a Vassal. Limetime just straight up bought a Doctor with no overpay, which I find very weird.
I mean, he's saying do the trade money, which is reasonable if once you get the spoils. It just takes some time. There's also pathfinding here.
Yeah, there's nothing to pathfind.
Seller.
Sure. If you want an unlimited, what's it called?
With this many runes, it's better than it's. Maybe you're better off. Oh, but it's a colony game, yeah. So you do want to.
Well,
long haul if you can. So
well, Long haul just means you get the platinum, and it takes a little longer. I don't see anything fun to do on this.
Seller can get you to your spoils fast. It could do a bunch of stuff.
Well, sure, but then you're gonna have a 4-card hand, and that's not very good for
Not if
trade.
it's pathfinding.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's 5-card hand.
I'm not convinced. Like, if you're hitting 8, you're probably hitting 9, and I would much rather have a platinum.
If you're hitting exactly 8.
If I'm hitting exactly 8, I'm probably buying gold, to be honest, or trading, and not hitting 8.
Hard trade.
Yeah, I'm just.
So like, I'm just saying that like seller's the only remotely pathfindable target, and
Yeah, which makes me think pathfinding is just fool's errand. So.
Yeah.
Like
everything else is just wonky. Like royal carriage.
Yeah, there's not much of an engine you're gonna build here. It's just money. Although how you play the money is, of course, going to be crucial.
No trashing. So way to control counting house, but that's the problem with counting house. You might draw it at the top of the shuffle, and then you never see it again. It's bad. It's bad buy. I think you just find the best moment to trade.
Well, there was this game. There was a time where counting house strategies were the craze, and I was playing a league match and I was feeling really experimental. And it was a board kind of like this, except there's no attacks really. It is just colony money variant. And I'm like, I'm just gonna do counting house because I know counting house can mass up a bunch of money, and it just never worked. So it's not very good.
I've seen some counting house magic with I don't know, it was scavenger or something.
Yeah, well, there's no scavenger here.
There's no anything. There's no anything here. There's
Yeah, in fact, the more I'm looking at this board,
just...
the more I'm convinced that Doctor is just wrong, and you just go as fast as you can.
Okay,
You just open
no, there's if you got 12 or something and you overpaid for Doctor by 9.
Or you can buy a platinum, which is
you buy after you buy the platinum after you bought.
Well, then you're buying colony.
You buy Doctor, and then you could buy colony, or you could buy Doctor, because the colonies are not going to empty very quickly in a game like this. You're better off just
well, they do if you buy platinum and then colonies and don't buy Doctor. I think trade will get you pretty clean. I think it'll get you clean enough that it'll be fine.
You'll see. Look, if you trash 7 cards with Doctor, you're gonna see the 1 platinum as often as 2 platinums in a thicker deck.
Well, we do see a big Doctor overpay there from Limetime, and he trashed a total of 3 cards, which is fine. But
the problem here is that the amount of you'd have to overpay for Doctor is so ridiculous because of all the silvers
trade.
There.
Thank you, Limetime. Okay.
Rid of the Doctor.
All right. Boy, this is funny stuff. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So jfrisch hits a guaranteed platinum. However, he's not going to see it until the next shuffle. Wait, did I count that right? 2, 6, 7. Yeah, I counted right. Okay. Oh, is he gonna do pathfinding on Vassal? I hope not. That's horrible.
What else are you gonna do? Oh, he
Well, you play that.
Play the Marauder.
And you be careful not to call the Royal Carriage a Marauder. Although Limetime would probably.
Yeah.
Limetime. It happened. But it's okay. I mean, you just undo that. That's fine.
Hopefully you feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's funny I called it.
It's because it's you play. It's you say no, don't resolve, and then it's just it skips. You're paranoid that it's gonna skip.
Yeah, everyone's saying it's a fair undo. Even if it wasn't.
It is. There's no information, as it says, no information.
Even if there's information, I would just grant it. It's whatever. But some people are particular about that. I don't typically care. But I'm weird. So
I mean, I'll even like undo an entire buy phase because typically what happens you buy the wrong thing and then the turn just ends because it's like turn
oh
3.
wow, he put pathfinding on vassal. That's crazy. That is so crazy. I mean, it can work out if you draw right. It can work out if you draw right.
Seriously, there's no villages. You seriously just should have put it on the cellar.
Yeah.
And it becomes like like you know how cellar's like the worst warehouse? Well, it could become a worse forum. Huge step up.
I'm really not convinced by Cellar at all.
I'm even less convinced by Vassal. Is all I'm saying.
Like spending $8 to get a forum? No, I don't know. I don't like the doctors too much either.
It's 8 to make all your future 2s forums.
Yeah, but I want to buy platinum, not Cellar.
I should have just bought platinum, honestly.
Yeah, you really should have.
Like in a game like this.
Yeah, and then you buy more platinum, and then you buy more platinum.
Well, now
and then you buy colony, and then the game ends.
Well, look, the plus card on Vassal's been doing work.
Well,
look.
jfrisch will surely buy a platinum now. Okay, there we go. And then his vassals will skip platinum, which will punish him for his poor vassal choice.
Oh, they have a chance of drawing.
The Dominion gods have ordained it. You've heard it here first. It's going to happen. Vassal will flip platinum at one point, and it'll be at a point where he wants it the most.
That last buy there, my log is not.
He bought a venture. Limetime did.
Yeah. Well, it's been okay if like you're sure you trashed all your coppers to trade, but there's no way that happened. I mean, venture's okay because it maybe hits a platinum or it spoils.
Yeah, venture's fine. Like, what else are you gonna buy? A charm? That's just silver.
It's one of those games where like
I would buy
venture is not terrible.
Well, if venture flips even just a copper, like you're fine with that because it skipped a bad card.
Yeah. Well, like everything that's not platinum is bad in this game.
Yeah, and unlike Vassal, venture will not skip platinum. So.
Yes, exactly. So like the only thing that matters is hitting like platinum.
Yeah. So jfrisch is already buying colonies. He's only got one platinum, right? I would have bought a second platinum before going into the colonies.
I don't know why he's. I guess the chain works like this. I still would have cellared first.
This is a lot of. Whoa, royal carriage.
Okay, I guess I'm getting I have a bit of a lag because I'm seeing it. The play's a bit slower than you are.
Okay. Yeah, Shuffleit's been acting a little weird lately, and I have a pretty good internet connection.
I saw him gain like the royal carriage as you said. He was getting royal carriage, so it must be like a second off or something. So that could just be like, outside Shuffleit.
Right.
It's called colony. Those vassals. I mean, the vassal royal carriage has been like doing some fun stuff. Yeah.
All right. Sorry, this is like a league player is asking me a question. It's a bad time, but I like to help them out. Let's see. We got 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, colony. That's fine. Limetime bought more platinum as well. jfrisch, I think, only has the one platinum. If I recall correctly. 9, 10, 11, 12, right? There's like 12 platinum in the supply. Limetime's got 2. That could end up being pretty
cool
crucial.
Synergy vassal. Hitting the royal carriage, setting it aside, and then you can use it to replay the vassal.
Yeah.
I don't know why he didn't do that. I would have totally done that. Like now, Limetime is.
Yeah, Limetime's catching up. Because jfrisch is doing weird stuff that I don't know is all that good. Like the vassals are just. And again, it's gonna flip
Vassals are
platinum.
the things
It's
that
gonna
the
flip
vassals are the
platinum.
things that are the vassals are the thing that's working, but
No, they're not.
pathfinding could have just been a platinum.
I don't like the vassals at all.
He's buying he's buying the royal carriages and the vassals, but all those royal carriages could have been adventures, and he would have been doing better. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Like all those royal carriages, instead of doing the vassal royal carriage thing, it's just been getting ventures.
Yeah, like he's getting close to colony. Excuse me 1 second. I'm actually sick right now, so I got a cough.
Go ahead.
Well, Discord had to hear it, but they don't matter. Only the recording matters.
The recording is gonna hear you say that dog, but anyway.
All right.
As long as you mute, unless you mute the stream.
No, I just muted myself.
Oh man, there was a ruined market somewhere.
Yeah, apparently he didn't.
Ruined market. Yeah, he
Ooh.
totally needed to buy.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Also, it's really funny that every time I slam jfrisch's purchasing decisions, he buys another colony. I find that's funny. But I really don't think the vassals will work out as well as without.
Oh, Limetime buys the province instead of a platinum there. It's interesting.
Well,
Right
I think
before the shuffle.
I think he's got to. I mean, we only got 3 colonies left. Yep, and now jfrisch's deck's gonna start looking pretty bad.
I think I would have thought of like.
Ooh, this is nice.
Especially with ventures, like skipping stuff, I would have thought of getting 1 more platinum, and then start provincing the next shuffle.
Yeah, you usually want a minimum of 2 platinum before you're starting the colony.
Limetime is really so the provinces.
So like,
I can't follow what's going on with like jfrisch because he has like vassals and like I read
he's got
royal carriages.
He's got royal carriages.
Like cards being drawn
all the
because
time.
Its vassal has.
Yeah, I mean, jfrisch's stuff is somewhat competitive. I mean, with all the royal carriages, it's working better than I thought it would.
If he had like a charm or something, like if there was some way of hitting the plus buy reliably or hitting the ruined market. I mean, what they're playing the money because he had to, and jfrisch is going more fancy, but it's not significantly worse.
No. Okay. What?
His actions. That's an interesting thing.
Yeah, he's calling royal carriage on the wrong thing because jfrisch isn't reading before he calls his royal carriage. He's just calling it. It's really a confusing interface. I'm not blaming him at all. You have to like read this tiny text. Yeah.
Hug was doing some weird stuff for me too.
Yeah, it's very ambiguous.
Is a seller again. This is absurd.
Oh, all these undos. There. The best part is I have to scroll down every time. I think that's a Firefox specific problem.
Scroll down every time.
Do you use Firefox?
I'm using Chrome right now.
Okay.
Firefox has some weird animations, but maybe I think it's gotten better. I think.
No, Chrome's the one that's got weird animations. The Firefox ones are great.
Firefox ones were like choppy. I don't know. I think they might have fixed it.
They might have, because it's not choppy to me. Oh, is he going for double colony? I mean, why not? Might as well.
I think I used Firefox.
Oh, he drew his ruined market. Wow, is he gonna win off of the vassal pathfinding stuff? That's gonna be crazy.
Market.
Oh, he's got it in his hand. Yeah. He's got 10.
Well, he could call any province. That's gonna be like way. Limetime can recover from.
Yeah, he didn't royal carriage his vassal, but Sammy is saying he's got it in hand. No, he's one coin short.
Coins short.
1 coin short.
22 you need.
He's got 21.
20.
No, Yeah, he's got 20.
Well, now he doesn't have a extra buy.
Yeah, I would have gone for the buy.
So you just go colony province, like Limetime. We can't really do much against that.
Yeah. In fact, Limetime really can't do anything about it because Limetime went first. He can't end the game even if he could. So he's got to hope for a complete dud from jfrisch, which can happen. jfrisch has no royal carriages down. Now his deck's going to start to fall apart. But will it be enough?
State stuff.
Yeah, jfrisch has done... I've been very impressed with the pathfinding vassal. I'm not going to lie. It's worked out a lot better than I expected. Which I find shocking. Very creative decision from jfrisch, and if he had played it a little better, I think it would have worked out for him.
If he had played the rune, if he had like kept the rune markets, he could have like twice. Like he didn't play it. If he just forgot that he had rune market.
Yeah, like there's no penalty for playing the ruin market when you reveal it. Like
although he had it in hand, but he like discarded it with seller one time, and the other time he played a vassal instead of the rune market.
Oh, okay. I think I'm confused about something. Anyway,
either way, like the decks are so. Like the royal carriage thing is good because you just whenever you find royal carriages, you store them. Once you finally find the vassals, you like.
All right. So Limetime isn't even if Limetime flipped the platinum, it's not enough for colony.
I don't think he has. I don't think he can find.
If he finds a platinum, it is a province, but he didn't. So another what?
Maybe you don't want to find a plat.
Huh? I mean that's
okay.
not crazy. So jfrisch is going to have a really nice shot at winning here. Probably at 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, he's already 1 coin away.
Got it.
Actually, he's already got it. So never mind.
Yeah. No, that's the thing I didn't consider with the royal carriages, that like you play them whenever, and then like when you finally find the vassal, you just carriages.
Yeah, that's a very creative decision from jfrisch. That's not something I would have tried for, but it seems to be clearly better than anything else.
Well,
although it's 24 we're 24 turns in though as well, and I think trade is faster than whatever Limetime was doing. So what we could be seeing here is, well, engines are going to work in the end all the time, but does this really have the speed involved? And I don't know if it does. I would have liked
pathfinding for the win. It always finds a way.
Sure.
Oh.
Like I don't mean to be a doubter, but I think just going straight for trade may have been faster. But I'm not sure.
I think
not if you're buying Doctor. If you
didn't buy Doctor, you would have like not gotten distracted by Doctor. You would have done a lot better.
Well, you can just do a Doctor overpay like way later anyway. You don't need to open
that's what I was saying.
with
But then you were like, but then you could just buy Platinum. Why would you buy a Doctor overpay?
Well, at some point you're gonna have like 6, and there's not really anything
towards
to
the
trade.
end of the game, like if you're top decking.
Boy, this is miserable. No engines for Limetime to construct, which may just be his downfall because
look
he's gonna try crazy stuff.
Look how bad this is. It's like everything is terminal except for Royal Carriage and this Wolf Den.
I would not mind if they re-rolled, but it's probably against the rules.
Oh no! Don't you can't re-roll this. This is like true Dominion. This is true Dominion. This is like there's Tomb here, right? So like all you do.
Oh, and let me correct jfrisch's sentence there. Slogs don't exist. Slogs are fake.
I think we're just skipping it.
All right, so I think they're just gonna skip it.
I was gonna say like you get 6 royal carriages, and then you play Leprechaun, and then you call 6 royal carriages, and then the last one finally gets a wish.
No.
After like 6 hexes.
No, you don't do that.
Oh,
like
how would they like how could they skip that board?
I guess they
Anyway,
both
I
decided to
mean,
skip it.
but
We get Mountebank and Masquerade
I
and
guess
Enchantress, but at least there's something to build.
at least there's something to do. Yeah, the other game was just like,
Oh, and Lime
I
Time gets
have
a nice
5 and I
5
bought
too.
Soothsayer, so I win. That was the last game. Was just like I opened 5, I opened Soothsayer, so I win.
Excuse me, I forgot to mute. Lime Time gets a nice 5 too.
Soothsayer would have just any early Soothsayer would have just ended the game on the spot.
It's hard to say with decks like that, with boards like that.
It's hard to say, but like it would be a massive advantage because like and a Soothsayer.
Well, then
like,
it draws,
point,
then it draws the
gold
opponent a
would've-
card, and then he can get a Soothsayer. It's not.
You're getting the gold one turn sooner, and you're snowballing faster.
Sure, but I don't think it's like a massive advantage.
Sometimes it boosts a 3-hand to a 4-hand, so you don't. It doesn't guarantee the other guy gets Soothsayer.
MFET doesn't like the
And
reroll, and
now
I'm not sure I like
rolled,
the reroll either. But they did what they did, so it's probably fine. I don't know.
I was playing on the last tournament I was in. There was like a rebuild fairy board, and I was second. I was like, oh, I hate this, but at least there's something to do. Close, but I ended up losing.
Yeah, so Lime Time's having a long, hard think on whether to open Masquerade or Mountebank, I'm sure. He's not going to be like Wine Merchant. Like, that would be silly. So the debate here is going to be either you do your Mountebank now or you do your Mask.
Well, we're waiting on wait. Why are we waiting on Limetime? Oh, jfrisch bought a Masquerade. Okay.
Yeah, we're waiting on Lime Time to decide whether he wants the Mountebank or the Mask. And he
The
probably
Mountebank
wants
gives
Mountebank.
Labyrinth to the other player. Oh no, one of your turns. It's one of your turns.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't get bonus points from Labyrinth if you get hit by Mountebank.
Well, I think if you have the 5-2, you just got to go for Mountebank.
You go for Mountebank, and I don't know if you buy anything for 2.
Because, if you can't open Mask Silver, just open Mountebank.
If someone had opened Enchantress, well, Masquerade's too good.
No, you're not getting.
One of the few things that
You might
actually,
get
like,
Enchantress. You might get Enchantress later on. I can see it.
But like, even if jfrisch gets like 2 Masquerades, Mountebank could still be trouble.
Sammy is suggesting Masquerade Enchantress, which I think is just silly. You could conceivably,
the thing is, like, if
actually,
the
seeing the Mountebank, you could conceivably open double Mask, but that can hurt too, and you might just want to do
the
Mask
thing
Silver.
is, there are shuffles that make Enchantress Mask better than just double Mask. Because Enchantress,
I don't like it. I don't like it.
If you have the Enchantress on turn 3, you play it, then you're
I don't
less
like
likely
it.
to.
I just don't like it. There's too
If
many.
you get 2 masks, they're almost guaranteed to collide. That's the law. The law of Masquerade is they're guaranteed to collide.
Yeah.
Except when they don't, and then you praise you praise the Lord or something.
Yeah, I don't like Enchantress really much.
He's gonna get the Wine Merchant. What?
No,
there's Tower too. So I don't know if he's like worried about like the Mountebank biting him at like the turn 20 or something because of Tower.
I doubt it.
Or maybe he's not reading Labyrinth right, and he thinks that Labyrinth is the other guy's gonna get points from Labyrinth.
I doubt it. He's really just thinking Masquerade or Mountebank.
You can still like go Masquerade like Native Village. I don't know.
Or he's disconnected. That's another possibility.
I don't know. Live. Well, there's plenty of villages. That's one thing. And Chariot Race.
Wow, Chariot Race is. Unless you can get really thin here. Unless you can get really thin here.
You have to do it at like the end. Like if that's only if you're winning. It's like a win more.
Yeah, the prize is you win the Chariot Race stuff, but.
Because like here's the thing though, like as it's being said in the chat, if you did get like 10 Chariot Races, you would just win in a few turns. just luck of the draw.
Yeah, I think both players are going to end up with...
like. I think you need to go aggressive with Masquerade. Then if you hit 4 and you have enough villages, maybe even the Bard, but I don't see what the Bard is going to do for you. Like, the Bard, it's just not...
No, Bard's awful. You're not getting Bard.
You might get Wine Merchant if you want the buys.
You're not getting Wine Merchant before you get your deck under control, and that's not going to happen until a long time.
But it might happen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen for a while. If someone buys Wine Merchant, I'm going to just laugh at them.
I could see also like Enchantress being something. Just...
Yeah, Enchantress seems more likely than Wine Merchant. But again, I don't feel comfortable with Enchantress until you have plenty of villages in your deck.
I think the opposite. I wouldn't be comfortable with too many Masquerades unless you get like...
Yeah, so I think
it's going to be like Masquerade. It's going to be like Masquerade draws more Masquerades, and then you have a 2-hand. Which I don't know.
Yeah, I don't...
To draw themselves.
Let's
say think about this. Let's say you get 2 Masquerades, and for some weird reason the other person doesn't get any mountebanks. What would you do?
If you have 2 Masquerades,
assuming there's no mountebank on the board,
and you what?
Can you do something really good with 2 Masquerades?
Yeah, you just play a normal game. I don't understand the question.
Well, you could play. Yeah, but what would the plan be? You wouldn't just get gold. You probably just get a bunch of chariot races and
yeah, yeah, and then you'd get Wine Merchant because you're not worried about junking.
I'm saying this because who knows if Limetime's gonna be Magnanimous or something. Okay, Limetime.
Magnus Carlsen, I assume is what you mean.
Okay, he gets the monobank. Yeah, so there's like...
Well, you skip mountebank at your own peril here. Like, it would be silly. Alright, so jfrisch opens double Masquerade, which is actually an inferior opening, but he doesn't get punished for it.
Inferior to what?
Masquerade Silver.
Oh,
because you can just buy Masquerade on your like turn 3 and 4.
He gets to praise the Lord. No, but maybe the Masquerade, double Masquerade. It's like if you get 1 Masquerade and it misses a shuffle, you're screwed.
Well, sure, but then you're just screwed anyway.
Not necessarily.
Well, yeah, I don't think you're screwed.
Like
really,
having Masquerades collide, having like 1 Masquerade on turn 4, 1. Like that's not the end of the world.
No. Oh, hey, Farming Village skips the cards you want to draw with Masquerade to send them back. That's funny.
Yeah, but the Masquerade draws it. The Masquerade draws the next one.
Well, it could. Which village do you prefer here? Probably Farming Village. At first.
I mean, if it skips like a curse or something, and then draws a mask.
Yeah, I mean, jfrisch has had some pretty nice draws here. Limetime's got both of his masks as well.
jfrisch just had some excellent draws.
Yeah. This shuffle this shuffle's gonna get a little ugly for jfrisch.
Passing away a curse could actually be a detriment because it blocks monobank.
What?
If you pass a curse to the other player, you give them an extra curse to instead of an estate, you give them an extra curse to block your mountebank.
Yeah, well, you're gonna pass other cards over a curse like estate.
It's looking like these decks will be okay. I mean, villages it's gonna get under some sort of control.
Yeah, this is
more villages and then Enchantress.
Man, jfrisch's deck has just been beautiful. None of his cards are colliding. Like, he's got his mountebank just perfectly positioned there in his next turn.
This is some excellent draws.
Oh, Wine Merchant, I hate that so much. That's gonna hurt him.
I wouldn't fault jfrisch for like getting the Wine Merchant in like 2 turns from or 2 shuffles from now, but like Limetime at that moment it didn't seem good. In agreement.
Yeah, I'm not liking Wine Merchant until
it's like what you're gonna play the Wine Merchant over Masquerade? No way.
No. You just buy another village here. Now you got to commit to your Wine Merchant. Oh, here we go. now the luck it's come back.
I think this is where
Regress to the mean. Yeah,
I guess the third masquerade. Oh, that's interesting.
yeah. I'm gonna. It has nothing to do with the wine merchant, but I'm gonna blame the wine merchant for that shuffle.
Oh, so jfrisch got the wine merchant. I thought it was
Yeah, no. jfrisch did.
Okay, so that's not as bad.
Who got the enchantress? I assume it's Limetime. And he did, yeah.
I think. Yeah, he gets the enchantress. Yeah, jfrisch gets the enchantress now, which I actually like, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, you start with a village in hand and masquerade. You can go off, and the enchantress, even if you have a bad turn, like, kind of need to have some.
The
You
attacks...
need to have several good. You need to maximize the number of really good turns you have in this game.
Yeah, the enchantress is more about the consistency. The attack can hurt, sure, but I think it's more
I was talking about the attack. I wasn't even thinking of the attack. I completely forgot. Like, blanked out on the attack in my mind. I completely forgot about it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about it. You were saying like, oh, well,
I
you
was
can
talking about like
the collisions.
You want to have like starting with 7 cards in hand, crashing a lot of bad cards with masquerade. That's what you need to do.
Alright, so Limetime correctly passes Copper over Curse. I think that's correct. I'm really not sure. Anyway,
I think you play a masquerade there. Yeah, okay, so it's going okay.
This shuffle is ugly. I don't think you really want to trigger
play the
it.
farming village first. No, wait a minute. No,
I think you almost want to play Mountebank Enchant. Ooh.
You almost...
It might be fine to trigger, but... That's 13 cards, and it's a lot of your good cards. I don't...
Oh, so you're talking about the trigger, yeah. Okay, no, but, okay, the Enchantress...
Yeah, this is going to be ugly. And the Enchantress did save Limetime's turn. And see, like, these decks really aren't close to... You think, like, well, they're getting clean really fast, but they're not. And
not getting clean that fast. You remember, there's
well,
all those coppers.
I'm saying this because...
All those coppers came from Mountebanks.
I'm saying this because you... Oh, he got a wine merchant? I still think it's too early for the wine merchant. I mean, now it's a little closer to justification, but I still think it's a little early.
Well, yeah, the wine merchants... Here's the thing with the wine merchants. You're, like... You do need to get some... You do want to have a... And... You're getting labyrinth points. More enchantresses is fine, and he gets to call his wine merchant.
So I expect a curse pass here. No, okay.
You know, I guess he's still expecting a Mountebank play. Like, Limetime has a decent deck now. The deck size.
Decent. I put that in quotations, but it could be worse, certainly.
Well, look at jfrisch has maybe more bulk.
Look at this wine merchant doing fantastic work for Limetime. You know, it could have been a village, but
as a Diabo, no, he doesn't have anything in play.
Nope.
So this is an interesting one. What do you play here?
I guess you play a wine merchant. What else would you play?
Imagine like Enchantress and like the native village, but
if you hit 4,
if you just wine merchant.
Oh. Yeah, I think Mountebank was the worst choice. I think I would have gone either Enchantress or wine merchant.
Yeah, because I mean the Mountebank is just +2 there because it's likely that they have a curse. You have to think about the tower points. Curses are like basically worth 0.
Are people gonna buy 4 more masks? Maybe they should have been buying more masks. It's possible. Limetime's a lot thinner than jfrisch.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, but jfrisch has a lot of the farming villages. Well, he actually doesn't have all that much more. I think he won the split 6-4, but I think it's the labyrinth points.
The labyrinth, he has 4 labyrinth points.
Yeah.
Only possible with wine merchant. So Let's see. Yeah. This is like where like farming village is actually like doing what it's supposed to do.
So we're already
It's like
approaching piles here, so gotta start looking out for those. We
yeah.
got 4
There's
masks
still a
and
few turns left because the only buy is wine merchant, so you're only getting like max 2 cards.
yeah. There's still play to be
So I
done
think the
here,
goal
but
here
you
is
got to start thinking about the end game.
I think the goal here is to try to maximize your points.
Yeah.
As a wine merchant, yeah, that's fine. Doing some spike is okay. Like you could rub this in like Alclus's face, so like all those cars being skipped by a farming village.
Ooh. Well, this isn't too bad.
Just, yeah, the actions.
All right. So now Tower is kicked in for Curse. And the game is now 4 games away from ending. The Masquerade pile's at 4. And you get even more points too, because presumably if you're buying Masquerades at bulk rate with your wine merchants, you're going to get Labyrinth points.
I think Limetime's trying to do the math.
Well, he wouldn't have the win if he did. I think presumably you just buy Province or something.
But I think so he's probably gonna call the.
Yeah, I like the Province buy. Yeah. Sammy is suggesting triple Plaza, but I think you just need to start scoring.
I think you would just lose in Limetime's position. You didn't have enough points. You could maybe do that like.
Yeah, it's a sad shuffle, but there's too many cards. You gotta just trigger it.
You just need to. You have to buy cards, so you need to draw cards.
Yeah.
And Enchantress will help find the next. I guess these decks are thick, but a lot of it is like draw cards.
I suppose.
We get to the end of the.
So we're gonna see a lot of Province buying now. We may never see a Masquerade pile out. It may just end on Provinces, but well, the Coppers aren't gonna run that fast. That would be funny though.
Especially not now.
No. Copper pile out. Well, Marcuson wants to go to bed at some point. I don't think anyone wants a copper pile out. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get a drink and clear my nasal cavity because you totally needed to know that. But I'm sick, so
that's just gonna leave it to me to like commentate, and I'm gonna.
That's fine.
Terribly bad job, but anyway. I'm not sure if he muted the Cypress muted the stream, but so jfrisch can't really equalize. He can't do anything with Curse anymore because of Tower, so he can't really change the points. He could just hope that good card. So the Curse passing the wash. Each other. You could trash the Curse for equal VP. Did you mute the entire stream?
I'm back. Welcome back. Me. Oh, I forgot. I forgot you could hear me. Marcus.
I can hear you still. I can still hear you, and Discord could hear you, no?
Yeah. Well, that was the joke, that Discord could hear me, and not the stream. Anyway.
Exclusive action, yes.
Okay, so jfrisch has a ton of points. Holy cow! And Limetime has like no points. Also, holy cow! So once again, we're seeing Limetime just in a giant hole. just like last time against McSeenock.
What is it, like 2-0 for jfrisch?
Yep.
And Limetime's the one that opened Montebank here. Like, I guess
that
like,
doesn't mean anything. The shuffles are weird.
shuffles were very good for jfrisch. There's also the thing where, like, you know, sometimes a 5-2's just like a 5-2 is just awful.
It's not awful.
In cases where like power, anytime there's like a power 3, like Ambassador and Masquerade, you're like 5-2. Masquerade, Mountebank just like kind of like equalized that.
I mean, jfrisch got to go first. We might just be seeing the consequence of that. He had some pretty nice shuffles, and he's going first. Like,
yeah,
I'm
he
not.
had some really nice shuffles.
It's
he had
like Mountebank open. Who cares? Like, that's not why Limetime is behind here.
Oh.
The shuffles were really
But
good.
I'm saying that like was able to open double mask.
Yeah, well, that was just
like,
wrong. It should have been mask silver, but.
Yeah.
But
As
yeah, you lucked out there.
Make sure that you're playing Masquerade as soon as possible.
Yeah, but who cares about that? You want to hit 5. You want to get Mountebank. You want to. Sammy's saying, like, I don't know. I think a single silver is just fine. Whoa, that is aggressive from jfrisch.
It's fine because tower.
Yeah, it is fine, but.
And it depends. If Limetime could find both of his wine merchants, then it's dangerous.
Well, it might not matter.
It matter.
I'm not seeing any. I mean, I don't know what the Enchantress split is.
Oh, I'm saying you don't buy the Enchantress. Are you like Limetime just buys points?
Well, it's not gonna matter. He's gonna have to like double province to even.
Well, I was thinking. Well, maybe he was. I don't know his deck well enough. Okay, maybe he was able to double province or province duchy or something. But it's looking pretty bad. It looks like this is over.
Yeah, it's not looking very good. He didn't even find his wine merchant.
He didn't find it. He bottom decked.
Not that it would have mattered. He still would not have been able to hit double province.
Yeah, it's just not. He doesn't have it. He can't even beat the points.
Yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna fill in the score preemptively here.
Yeah,
it's over. Okay, so we're on to game 4. Limetime is once again in a 0-3 hole, just like against Mick. And this is when Limetime started to make his comeback, but.
Is it what happened with Mick versus Limetime? You have to tell me because I wasn't there.
I think what happened was Mick was up 2-0. Limetime was up, and then he won a game, and then Mick just won the rest. I think that's what happened. Or Mick was up 3-0. Okay, no, Mick was up 3-0. Yeah. No.
Okay,
this was last round.
Oh,
did Limetime not even win a game? Jeez, I'm not even.
Like third place.
I'm not even remembering correctly.
I was prepared for this game to go to midnight. There's still a chance it goes to midnight, or later. But like, I mean, this is.
Oh, I'm remembering the Hermit Treasure Map deck. I have Limetime winning that in my mind, even though he didn't. That's why.
I had the funnest thing was donate treasure map, but what's Enchantress is on the board for that, because you could, if you pin yourself in debt and then the person plays Enchantress every turn, you lose.
There's infinite pillage here if you can get thin enough. That's pretty annoying. And you certainly can, but the draw sucks.
Certainly can. Oh yeah. No, even with the cursing, the Exorcist is just you're gonna.
Oh wait, no. What am I talking about? Draw. Yeah, Exorcist gets you draw. Gotta love imp only. Imp only draw. It's the best. Anyway, this should be Settlers.
And like any curses that you hand out, they're gonna be drawn by Wisp, so it's not terrible.
Yeah.
I imagine this is going to be double trash lurker.
Well, Divor is talking about a Soothsayer Village pin in which it's like Raider, but better. But also worse because it gives you 4 junk cards, but...
It pin in quotations. Oh, no, Soothsayer Pillage pin. Okay, yeah, so if you keep playing Soothsayers...
Yeah, you can just you can draw your opponent 1 card and discard the best too, which is just way better. No, it works an infinite amount of times because you can just lurker them back.
Only if they take a curse. No, if only if they take a curse.
Oh yeah. That's fine. I thought that's correct. Anyway, I don't know if
you still do the pillage thing. You still do the pillage thing.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah. I don't know if that's what you do here, but it seems pretty annoying.
Like, crashing is good, but if you lose your key card, if you lose your key draw card, messed up, and the spoils are drawn by Wisp.
I don't
like spoils are a good card.
Like again, there's just nothing to really talk about here. It's just gonna be who shuffles better. Like
and who? This is the kind of game where like it could come down to arena.
Could it?
Like if they're both go for the exact same deck and they're both like trying to mill provinces with replace, trying to like do some replace thing.
No, I think what's
I don't know.
I think what's gonna happen is someone gets thin, the other guy doesn't, and then he gets snowballed. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Oh, with what? So who has the Soothsayer? 2 have been gained.
2 have been gained. They both have 1.
Both have 1.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: the Soothsayer gets you the gold, and you can exercise the gold into Ghost.
Limetime does draw first blood with the Imp, so we'll see if
Forger.
We'll see if that makes a difference. But for now, the Will-O-Wisps are doing plenty of work. So
there's being a do nothing cantrip. Competition with Harbinger. I mean, like it's not that Lurker Settlers is bad. It's just like half the time you hate it, and then the rest of the time it's like, okay, at least my second Settlers drew 1 copper. I honestly find this Lurker just so obnoxious because it's like them up, but then the card itself doesn't draw, and it's like,
yeah, I'm not.
Gaining
I think
stuff.
I think both players got lurkers too early, but
yeah,
at the same time, you're thinning down with Forager, which is pretty bad at hitting 5. There's Exorcist. Lurker does help you get. It does help you get Soothsayer without having to hit 5, so there is that.
No, the Wisps are really good.
Yeah, they'll get drawn up with Wisps.
Up, like,
so. Maybe they didn't get them early. That's possible.
They didn't go nuts with the Forgers.
Yeah, well, they didn't.
6.
They kind of went nuts with the Exorcist and the Forger.
Maybe you had to. I don't know. Well, they got thin quick enough. And if you're gonna do a lurker thing, you have to get really thin.
Well, shoot. Sickness is starting to hit me now. It's like a sickness tsunami.
If this ends early, but you know it's gonna go to game 7 after all.
No, it's fine. Well, I hope it does. I would love it to be an entertaining match. I would love for it to be an entertaining match.
I know it's a blowout. So. Well, actually, in the last World Cup, there was Sammy versus Lazy Dog, and that was like, it was 4-0, but the last game was like 1 gain away from winning off Rats, like with a Rats pile out. It was.
I don't remember that. I probably wasn't there.
It was like it was the last game, and like there was dominates, but like, there was a way that Lazy Dog out with
well, maybe I do remember this.
Points.
I might remember this. I don't know.
Some sort of VP, so I don't really know what you do here, because now like you play your Soothsayers, you get some gold, and then that gums you up and you're not going to draw much. Because if your deck is full of gold, there's no real draw for except for Exorcist, except for Ghost. But then the Ghost like hits your if it hits like Lurker, like, there's so many bad things that the Ghost could hit that like don't draw you anything.
Yeah, Ghost is probably fine here. I've been thinking about it. I probably would rather have one than not.
I think you get like one or two. You get some Ghosts because you just have. There's nothing else to do at this point, except for like Pillage. I'm surprised no one's gone for Pillage. Getting a bunch of imps would be good.
Yeah, Puzzle Box is saying what I'm thinking.
Like you consider that there's settlers, farming village, maybe border like there Boomtown. There's like another not Boomtown, whatever it is called. There's like enough like uniques for imp to be really good. Then you have like you have festival and fortune for plus buy. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm thinking here like one of the golds or the soothsayer should become a maybe not the soothsayer, but one of the golds should become a ghost. Of like hitting replace.
Limetime's close to drawing his deck here. He's getting there. So
if the ghost hits imp, it's excellent.
Yeah, of course.
So I think you still go for it.
Well, let's start thinking now. Maybe gain a farming village here with your lurkers.
The thing is, lurker can reveal a bustling village, but just by trashing a settlers. If you need actions, there's he does exactly that. Have ammunition.
That is he gonna replace top deck a bustling village with his replace? Is he gonna kill an exorcist? Okay. Okay.
Just discarded the soothsayer for nothing.
How did he discard the soothsayer?
Arena.
Oh, right.
Lets you discard even if.
Okay, I get it. I forgot about Arena.
It's kind of annoying because it's like you go to play the card and be like, "Oops."
Yeah.
It's gonna be so messy with like villagers. Arena villagers is not gonna be a fun interaction.
Alright, so this is a nice starting hand for Limetime. And jfrisch, we're gonna see if he can draw his deck. It's looking pretty good.
Didn't Limetime into a bustling village? So he set up this hand.
Yeah.
Maybe he knew the imp was on top. These decks are.
Now, see, jfrisch has like what I believe 4 lurkers. Limetime only had 2, and he just about drew his deck. So jfrisch has 4 lurkers. I think that's way too many. If jfrisch loses, it could be the 4 lurkers that have slowed him down too much.
Yeah. Is it really 4 lurkers? Yeah, it has to be. I think jfrisch was hoping for arena points with the lurkers or something.
Maybe. Well, if he was hoping for that, it didn't work out for him.
Didn't work out. There's enough good terminals.
So jfrisch finally gets his replace. Limetime is looking pretty good here. If he can salvage this win, then win again, and then win again, and well, Limetime's starting the pillage BS, starting that nonsense. So
that was nice hit, because there's still 5 curses left. There's still and against the pillage back.
Yeah. I believe there are foragers in the trash if they didn't get gained back. So, well, they did. They did. So,
Not anymore.
I'm misremembering.
But yeah, the lurker. That's the other thing with lurker. It's such a headache because it can also empty piles.
So that's
Hard card because it's like the effect is so good, but it doesn't draw. So it's like you have to get some number that's like not 0.
all right. Correct play by Limetime. Doing Will-O-Wisp first, just because it drew the imp immediately.
So here with ghost you can with replace you can set up ghost perfectly.
You can, but do you want it to hit imp or not? Oh well.
I don't know how you set up imp.
No, these are the only imps that Limetime has. There's 13 imps. We know jfrisch has 1, and there's 2 in play for Limetime.
Which is gold.
Province already? Interesting.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you're cursing still.
Yeah. And the game is close to ending, and you got lurkers to drive piles. Soothsayer? That could be alright. It's not terrible. It's not the worst. It's not replaced.
Yeah. I mean, when the game is kept the spoils.
You don't mind the golds too much. Although, you'd rather not have them.
When it's this close, I don't know. Like if you have enough.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, all those goals it could still be replaced. Like you just hit replace in gold, it's fine, right?
All right, so this is gonna get a little dangerous now.
Yeah. Well, he's got the pillage.
Okay, already looking for wins. What do you discard? Will-O-Wisp?
Yeah.
Could do Forager. That could be even better.
Do Forager.
No,
like,
if he draws an imp, it's just annoying. I guess you have to do Will-O-Wisp. Let's see. jfrisch is gonna have.
He's gonna have a
3,
good turn.
4. What's in the trash? 2. Okay.
Enough to buy a province.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's gonna have enough for province regardless.
It's a tough choice. You can even discard the gold. That's another option. Yeah, I think that's what he's mulling here.
You could toss Forager, as Sammy is saying.
Yeah, maybe that's the better play. Silver that trashes the curse is right.
Yeah, but that Will-O-Wisp draws an imp. That's gonna be really annoying.
That's the thing. It's one of those.
I think Forager's correct, but it's a little iffy. I mean, it's not too likely, surely.
The thing is, Limetime is buying a province here.
Mm-hmm. Should have bought a lurker there as well. Well, maybe not. Okay.
Oof.
So jfrisch does miss province. So good call from Limetime.
Worked out.
He made a decision I would not have made, which is, it was a better decision. So.
I think now seeing how this turn is going, the Limetime is in a good position.
Let's see, we got 3 gains. Okay, not quite a win, but we're getting there.
You can there's no curses to give out, but you can still mill province and buy one.
I wouldn't mill a province over trashing curse for a state. Really.
You can trash.
Oh well, that doesn't matter, does it? Actually, yeah, you might as well just trash for the lurker. I forgot curses are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
The natural thing is also.
Oh, and you get to buy another province at the end too. So there's.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. You would mill a province and then buy a province.
So it doesn't really matter what Limetime does. It's gonna be all good. This is fine too. It'll just make the game longer, but
yeah. So he
fine.
He did mill the province.
Yeah.
That makes sense because if let's say jfrisch double provinces would replace somehow,
Well, Limetime's winning no matter
Limetime
what.
would just be the best.
Like, I find it hard to believe that Limetime is, could make a bad decision. Really, I think they're all paths to victory. Really, it's gonna take a lot for jfrisch to come back from this one.
We'll see what happens with the draws. But with all only 4 imps were gained. I thought there was like more. One ghost was gained. So 6 ghosts.
Jeez.
How many wisps are there in the game?
11.
7?
11 wisps, 12, 11, 11 wisps, 6 ghosts, and 13 imps, I believe.
That makes 20 overall.
Mm-hmm.
What's the logic for having 11?
11's like a lucky number, 13 is like unlucky, and then 6 is just whatever is left.
6 is 1 for each player.
Yeah.
There are 12 wisps.
Originally. Not anymore.
About 11.
It's 11 now, yeah.
Oh, no, Sammy is saying there's 12. There's always 12 wisps in the game, not 11. I have to read what Annex does again.
Shuffle all but 5. Yeah.
So you get to remove all your green cards.
I didn't have time. This is gonna be.
Place.
Alright, so we got 4 gains. It's not enough to win. But you can just province, so.
At this point, maybe you just trash a lurker and get the pillage or something.
Excuse me. Yeah. I think that's reasonable. Or you could just take a forager.
Forager in the trash, yes. Okay, that's. I don't know about forager in the trash because if he's gonna play ghost,
it's fine.
Like 4
estate.
Why
yeah,
not?
It's fine. Doesn't matter. Limetime will hit 8.
Yeah, this is over. It's pretty over.
Okay. Alright, so Limetime wins his first game.
It's about time.
It's about Limetime.
Yeah, I'm going with the bad puns.
Now let's see if Limetime can steal the win from jfrisch and become Crime Time. We're gonna see.
And if he didn't skip that game with like that terrible game with like all the terminals.
Everyone loves
Prime
the
time.
Prime Limetime. It's Lime Prime Time.
I can't think of a good one.
Well,
Limetime's
Limetime's winning ugly, so it's Grime Time. Anyway. So
Slime time because he's just slimy winning 4-3 after. Oh man, this board! Did you check this board out? Look at Bridge Troll and Highway.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
And City Quarter and Hermit.
Yeah.
So, like this, this is just all. This is just.
Well, Slam Law starts on Bridge Troll Probably.
Lost Arts and Bridge Troll probably get planned. The carry's interesting.
People are saying go
I mean,
Apothecary, but I'm wondering if you can just bull rush the
Potion,
Hermit
I meant the
Madmen
potion.
and just win that way. I mean, I know there's Militia,
I would
but
have just gone like crazy with like Hermit Plan or something.
I guess Militia would mess up that plan, but like Limetime, it looks like it's just entirely skipping Potion, which I think is reasonable. I would have considered just not even going for it myself.
Potion? Or the Militia?
I'm getting texts from everybody.
Going straight for the Bridge Troll. And if okay, so he draws a Madman right away.
Well, you play Bridge Troll first. Not that I think
Yeah.
you're going to gain anything useful, but just out of habit.
Mill, as he says. But like the thing is, Militia hurts the mill plan too. Limetime just moved his plan token straight to Highway.
That's fine. That sounds about correct, actually.
It sounds correct. It's just that he originally put it on Militia. Put it on Militia, and someone got confused. Probably this. I can imagine like. Yeah. I know, like it's plan on Militia guarantees. That's the thing. There's nothing better to buy on 3 if you're opening Militia. Like, you're not gonna go like Hermit Militia really.
Well, turn 6 Apothecary, when jfrisch commits to the potion, can't be very good for him.
It's just that right now there's not really coppers being trashed.
No.
jfrisch having the Apothecaries is going to be a huge deal. It's going to be so much easier for him to set up the big turns. Let's see.
Oh man, Limetime is just not hitting 4. It's not good. Well, Limetime is behind time. There's that joke as well.
Yeah. I think you still play the Bitch Troll here. And maybe I know he needs to hit Lost Arts at some point.
Now,
But,
Hispix is saying Lost Arts on Orange is bad, and that's usually true. Like, you don't want to put it on Caravan Guard, but putting on a Bridge Troll as your payload card is fine. It's like putting Lost Arts on Goons.
That's exactly what you want to put the Lost Arts in the Bridge Troll, because nothing else. There's no other terminal that's worth stacking.
Well, you could stack highways, but yeah, I don't see a reason to not just put it on Bridge Troll.
Like, you're gonna put a village effect on highway when you could just. The reason you want the village on highway is to play the Bridge Troll, and so just put the token on Bridge Troll.
Anyway, jfrisch is looking really ahead here.
Yeah. No, jfrisch. Let's spend one more turn getting like Bridge Trolls. Well, not Bridge Trolls. This next one's gonna come up. The carry, and then maybe Lost Arts.
I think I would not gain a Bridge Troll this turn.
No, I think you just maybe get some like stables or something. Stables.
Well, Sammy, everyone's saying you don't need a lot of Bridge Trolls, but I mean, you want to pile the provinces, right?
Let me see that. You 4 Bridge Trolls and 4 highways. would do it across 2 turns. It's still more efficient. It's still the most efficient would be Lost Arts on the Bridge Troll.
Yeah, Hermit gains mid-turn, but
you're-
who cares? Like, you can just have 5 Bridge Trolls, slap them all down, get more
Oh,
Bridge
but like, I'm
Trolls.
saying even if you just have 2 Bridge Trolls, like the fact, like the difference between having 2 Bridge Trolls and 1 Bridge Troll, no, because the thing is, Bridge Troll's the only source of buy here, so you need to play at least like 2 or 3, except Hermit. Well, if you play a bunch of Hermits, even that, like, just put them on the Bridge Troll. Hermit and PT both. Of Highway, it's true that you could just get Hermits, put the token on Hermit, and then turn one of the Hermits into like Mad Mana or something, and then you just make a Mega Turn like that. It works. It's just that the Bridge Troll is convenient because it's plus buy, and then like the classic thing is you play 4 Bridge Trolls to get 4 more Bridge Trolls, and then you play the next turn with the same deck. That's the classic thing.
So jfrisch opts to play Militia over his Bridge Troll, which I think is.
I don't know about the city quarters. I don't know about the city quarters because if you don't get above that debt, you can't buy anything.
Well, they've seemed to have been working out just fine so far.
Militia hurts the city quarters, but there's not much militias being played.
Oh, jeez, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. I would not have resigned that just because it's the last match, but.
Right, but it was looking pretty hopeless with like all those apothecaries.
Yeah, I don't.
Honestly.
Screw hopeless. You got to make it work.
Time. I'm sorry. Resign time is.
You got to make it work somehow. I don't like these early resigns, especially from Limetime. He's been displaying that before. He gets impatient, and
no.
I don't think it's correct, especially not in a time like this.
If you're playing ladder, if you're playing ranked, it makes sense. But in tournaments, it's.
I would have played on. I mean, it's third place match. It's always kind of had a reputation of not being as important, but
I think it would have made sense to play on because like that game wouldn't have gone on for many more turns anyway. Like that game could have conceivably ended in 4 turns.
I mean, you could resign now or the game ends a couple turns later. I mean, you play it out.
But you could resign a couple turns later when it's clear as day that
it's not clear as day. I mean,
when it becomes clear.
Looking at the deck contents, it is clear as day, but you don't resign.
I'm saying when it becomes clear that jfrisch is going to win next turn, then you can resign.
Yeah,
it wasn't clear,
but then
that,
you just let him.
Like 6 coppers.
At that point, then you just let him buy the things and win. Like I don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, I don't know what the prizes are. I don't know who won what, but they both win stuff. Someone wins money. I'm not sure if they both do.
I'm not sure if they both do, but at least 3rd place.
I think they both get like extensions to their subscription or something.
That'd be good.
I don't know what the. I don't know what the prizes are, and I don't want to look it up. So, I should have thought of that before. Anyway, I'll just remind Dan Brooks to mention prizes. I think the prize winner is like it's like $1,000 or something. No, it's like $500, isn't it? It's like it's like 500 euros.
Or was it 500 euros split amongst the top 3?
No, it's 500 for the top.
It's 500 for the top. Okay.
Yeah. What's the euro exchange rate? Is it like 2 for $1? Because there's like the 2 euro store. I think that's a thing in Europe. So I think it's like 2 euros for $1.
It's €2. It's €1 for $1.13.
1.13. Okay. So you're getting a little more than $500 before Uncle Sam strips you of like most of your earnings if you're honest enough to report it to the IRA.
I'm not sure if that's the euro doing if the US dollar doing well or the euro doing bad.
Well, I don't think the euro is doing too well. That would be my guess, but I have no idea. Anyway, I'm going to
Actually, well,
I'm going to
I'm
stop
in
this
Canada,
stream
right?
now. Thanks everyone for watching. This has been the third place match. jfrisch has won. And tune in sometime in the future, which I don't know off the top of my head, when you get to watch Mixenoch take on Joma. And I believe Dan Brooks is going to be commentating that. I think Gray K is going to be in that. I'm not sure. Actually, I can just look. I think that's important to bring up.
November 18th, apparently.
November 18th. Tune in sometime November 18th.
Day 2 Eastern, 19 UTC, so that's 7
Wow.
p.m.
Okay, so we got a 4 commentator team. We got Gray EK, we got RTT, we got E Honda, and Dan Brooks. So that's going to be a very powerful room full of powerful players and Gray EK. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'm gonna
November 18th
stop this now. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye.